Delhi's social welfare minister is now under the Enforcement Directorate scanner.
That's right, Parmeshwar. This is Raaj Kumar Anand, another Aam Aadmi Party minister who is under the scanner of the Enforcement Directorate. And his house, in fact, is where the Enforcement Directorate is conducting raids this morning. They have landed up at his residence in the national capital. And this is in another case. This is regarding money laundering. This is not connected with the Delhi liquor scam.
Right, as you can see, visuals on your screens from this morning, just a short while ago, of the Enforcement Directorate conducting searches at Raaj Kumar Anand's residence. Raaj Kumar Anand is an AAP member and also Delhi's social welfare minister.
We have Arvind joining us. Arvind, this is a separate case, not connected to the Delhi liquor scam. Get us details as to why is his house being raided? Why is the ED scanner now on another minister of the Aam Aadmi Party, this time around Raaj Kumar Anand, the social welfare minister?
The Enforcement Directorate has registered a money laundering investigation against Delhi Minister Raaj Kumar Anand, who is also the in charge, who is holding the portfolio of Social Welfare Ministry. The Enforcement Directorate sources say that they have taken cognizance of a customs-related matter, and then they have initiated a money laundering investigation in this case, and that's where the agency, after registering the ECR, is currently carrying out searches of the premises of Raaj Kumar Anand. So the case pertains to some irregularities related to Customs Act is what we are learning, and also some Hawala transactions have also come under the radar of the Enforcement Directorate. So, taking cognizance of the customs case, the Enforcement Directorate has initiated a money laundering investigation and currently carrying out searches at around 10 premises, all in NCR. That also includes the residential premises of Raaj Kumar Anand. So, this case is not connected with the Delhi liquor policy matter. This case is a fresh money laundering investigation that the agency has registered based on a customs-related matter, because Customs Act is also a scheduled offence under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So, taking cognizance of that, the Enforcement Directorate has initiated a money laundering investigation here.
Also, Arvind, apart from the minister's residence in the civil lines area, the ED is also conducting searches at 9 other premises. Could you confirm that at this point?
Yeah, Parmeshwar, almost 10 locations are currently being searched is what the Enforcement Directorate sources say. That includes Raaj Kumar Anand, his official residence in the civil lines area. Along with that, almost 8 to 9 associates of Raaj Kumar Anand are also currently being searched by the Enforcement Directorate. So all these people are linked to a customs case, and also some Hawala operators are also under the scanner, under the searches operation of the Enforcement Directorate.
Right, Divya, as Arvind is reporting, that there are 10 premises that are linked to Raaj Kumar Anand that are currently being searched by the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, Labour Minister Raaj Kumar Anand was actually allocated the Education and Health Ministries after Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain's resignations earlier this year, Divya.
That's right. After Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain were arrested earlier this year, and that is when it was Raaj Kumar Anand who took over their portfolios, and that is the portfolio of Education and Health Ministries. And now, raids are being conducted at 10 premises, like Arvind was mentioning. So, at the moment, his residence in the civil lines area is being raided.
In fact, for the clarity, we have Vedant joining us live.
Vedant, just take us through the basis on which these searches are being conducted. Of course, this is not related to the Delhi liquor scam. Is this another case regarding the Aam Aadmi Party, another member of the Aam Aadmi Party now under the ED scanner?
That's right. In fact, as Arvind was reporting, that this is what sources are telling us from the Enforcement Directorate. As Arvind was saying, that this is related to perhaps a case related to Hawala transactions and a customs case. But, well, as Arvind said, this is not related at all to the liquor policy case, because Raaj Kumar Anand had nothing to do with the liquor policy case. He was not involved with the excise department. He was not even, he was not involved in this particular case at all. He was not even holding that particular portfolio at the time the new liquor policy was implemented and later withdrawn. So, of course, it's not related to the liquor policy case. But, of course, in the larger context, looking at how the Aam Aadmi Party, it's becoming increasingly difficult for them to wriggle out of corruption charges in a crucial election year. So, of course, that is important. And as far as Arvind Kejriwal's appearance before the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, well, sources in the Aam Aadmi Party are now telling us that it's likely that he may not appear before the Enforcement Directorate today because, of course, looking at the fact that there are crucial elections lined up, of course, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, all three states the Aam Aadmi Party is contesting, and Arvind Kejriwal also had public rallies earlier, in October, and of course he had some visits lined up as well to the poll-bound states. So, given all of that, it's likely that Arvind Kejriwal will seek deferment of appearance. So far, Arvind Kejriwal has not written to the Enforcement Directorate, and the Aam Aadmi Party is also yet to confirm on record that he is not going to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. But what sources are telling us is that he will be seeking deferment. He's likely to seek deferment as far as his appearance before the Enforcement Directorate is concerned. And now that another Aam Aadmi Party minister is being searched by the Enforcement Directorate, it reflects poorly as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, of course, and also given the larger politics of the India bloc versus the BJP. Because remember, one thing that the Aam Aadmi Party has been saying is that when Rahul Gandhi that entire controversy broke out about the defamation case, the Aam Aadmi Party openly supported the Congress and in fact came out in support of not just Rahul Gandhi but all the opposition ministers, including K. Kavita, under the agency scanner. But so far from the India bloc, we've not really seen a strong condemnation of summons by the Enforcement Directorate to Arvind Kejriwal. So that politics also playing out. And as I said earlier as well, now there are multiple Aam Aadmi Party leaders, senior leaders. In fact, Raaj Kumar Anand himself is an Aam Aadmi Party veteran. He has been involved with the Aam Aadmi Party since the time of India Against Corruption back in 2013, contested multiple times on the Aam Aadmi Party ticket. So, of course, veteran leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party now under the agency scanner, including, of course, Arvind Kejriwal's closest aide, Manish Sisodia, also who's currently in jail. Of course, some activity here outside Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's residence. In fact, security has been ramped up because, of course, media presence and BJP protests also planned at 10:30 here. So some activity here. But coming back to the point I was making about senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party being in the agency scanner, Manish Sisodia in jail, Sanjay Singh, of course, one of the few MPs of the Aam Aadmi Party, also in jail. In fact, you have Jasmine Shah, who has been searched by central agencies. Arvind Kejriwal himself has been summoned earlier by the CBI, now by the Enforcement Directorate. Important, however, to point out that Arvind Kejriwal is being summoned only as a witness and not as an accused. In fact, the CBI also summoned him as a witness, and that was in relation to also the South cartel and the predicate offence. Many those angles were being probed by the CBI. ED, of course, is probing the money laundering, and it also comes, importantly, one thing that we must underline here is that the Enforcement Directorate is looking to make the entire party, the Aam Aadmi Party, an accused in the liquor policy case. So if that indeed happens, then the convener, of course, will be entirely cornered in this entire controversy, and Arvind Kejriwal perhaps the pressure will build up on the agencies also to perhaps arrest him. But all of that is a later later question. Right now, what we are picking up from Aam Aadmi Party sources is that it is likely that Arvind Kejriwal may not appear before the Enforcement Directorate today. And as far as Raaj Kumar Anand's raids are concerned, no comment from the Aam Aadmi Party so far, because they say that there is no clarity as to what case is actually being probed by the Enforcement Directorate.
Well, Vedant, the Aam Aadmi Party has maintained that the central government and the central agencies are out to destroy the Aam Aadmi Party, and that is basically their aim.
That's right, and in fact, several cases are being probed by both the central agencies. In fact, remember, Satyendra Jain was arrested in an entirely different case, and then you had Manish Sisodia's arrest, and then of course you had multiple other Aam Aadmi Party leaders being questioned. Amanatullah Khan, for example, was searched in another case. Then you have Sanjay Singh being arrested, and now Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal as well. Now, all of it also happening, remember, in the run-up to crucial state elections, and of course in the build-up to 2024. Now, what the Aam Aadmi Party has been saying since last year, since the time of the MCD elections last year, since when all of this has been going on, since when the agency radar, Aam Aadmi Party has been on the agency radar, the Aam Aadmi Party maintains that this is political vendetta, and this is because the BJP has not been able to defeat the Aam Aadmi Party, in Delhi, and also because, the Aam Aadmi Party won the MCD elections 15 years. It was after 15 years that the BJP was defeated in the MCD elections here in the national capital. So the Aam Aadmi Party says that it is the party's increasing political success because of which the BJP is going after it. Because remember, the Aam Aadmi Party also, in just perhaps 10 years of its existence has two states in Gujarat as well. It contested elections and cut votes of the Congress party. Punjab, of course, now it's contesting in 3 states: Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh. In fact, there are states like Haryana where the Aam Aadmi Party is also won and performed exceedingly well in the panchayat polls or the municipal polls. So you have to also look at the political context in which the Aam Aadmi Party is making this allegation of political vendetta. Now the BJP, of course, maintains that these are separate scams and separate cases, and the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI and these central agencies are doing their job. So we must not politicize it, is what the BJP says. Now today, of course, the BJP has also planned protests at 10:30 here in the national capital, raking up the issue. The BJP has been demanding Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's resignation as well. So all of that politics playing out. But that aside, as far as the liquor policy case is concerned, of course, the heat on Arvind Kejriwal is of course there, given the fact that the ED is contemplating making the entire party an accused. But today remains to be seen whether Arvind Kejriwal actually appears before the ED at 11 a.m. or not. Sources saying unlikely.